What an amazing amount of courage you all have. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here. The amazing stuff that I'm hearing, the stories is unimaginable what you've been through. And I'm so sorry that that happened. How many of you here believe that the Jehovah's Witness organization is a breeding ground for pedophilia? Those hands. How many of you believe that the most important people are the survivors? To the survivors here, I'm sorry that this happened to you. God loves you, and it's not your fault. I'm Travis Walker, and I represent survivors of human trafficking and child sex abuse. You can go to the next slide. I am a Christian, an Eagle Scout, and an attorney. So I've taken 3 oaths to serve, protect, and to help those who are the weakest and those who have been taken advantage of. Next slide. Okay. How did I do this? There you go. All right. Next slide. All right. The problem, uncovering the. I'll go back. Uncovering the abuse. There's 3 things: the problem, the legal journey, and the transformation. The problem, uncovering the abuse and institutional betrayal. The legal journey, how justice happens, and the transformation, healing, empowerment, and action. The problem, uncovering the abuse and institutional betrayal. The hero, the survivors of the abuse. Brave survivors who trusted their faith community and children who deserve protection and are at the heart of this story. These families are seeking truth and accountability for the harm that they endured. Their desire for justice. Survivors have a desire for justice regarding the harm they suffered. They seek acknowledgement of their suffering and want measures to ensure prevention of future abuse. The stories I hear hurt me. They hurt me because you guys have experienced such terrible evil by the hands of some of the most evil men that are out there. And every survivor has a story that needs to be told. The external problem. Jehovah's Witness cult has a 2-witness rule. You guys know that. That prevents reporting of abuse. Systemic silencing of victims through disfellowshipping threats. And elders instructed to protect the organization over children. Thousands of unreported cases in internal databases. Understanding betrayal trauma. The internal problem, betrayal trauma, violated by trusted religious leaders, the people you trusted. Spiritual abuse, told their suffering doesn't matter. Isolation, cut off from family and community for speaking out. Who here has been cut off from your family? Self-doubt, gaslit into believing they're the problem. Next slide. Understanding the cult structure, the deeper issue. The cult structure creates an environment where predators are protected and survivors are punished. That's an evil cult. This isn't just about individual crimes, it's about a system that enables and perpetrates abuse. Next slide. You don't fight this battle alone, though. I am your guide, Travis R. Walker, Esquire, and we offer specialized experience in cult abuse litigation with a deep understanding of Watchtower policies. I have a proven track record of successful settlements and I serve as a compassionate advocate for survivors. I believe there are satanic influences deeply embedded in the Jehovah's Witness cult. Why choose us? What sets us apart is our understanding of cult dynamics. Working with others, we prioritize treating every survivor with dignity and respect, ensuring they feel supported throughout their journey. We work closely with ministries and we go an inch wide and a mile deep as opposed to a mile wide and an inch deep. Next slide. A 3-phase approach to justice. Phase 1, investigation and documentation. 2, legal action. 3, accountability and change. Next slide. Your next steps. This is your case. I am your guide. You are the hero. Don't wait. Statute of limitations apply. I've talked to men who are now in their 70s who were abused when they were children. Schedule a confidential consultation. No cost, no obligation. We do free consultations for survivors. Preserve your evidence, documents, photos, communication. Connect with other survivors, just like you guys are doing here today. That is the courage that you have. Strength in numbers. Know your rights. Recent law changes expand your options. Time is critical. Act now. Every day that goes by is another day that is a day that the statute of limitations is now closer to expiring. Next slide. The cost of inaction. What happens if you don't act? Justice delayed is justice denied. Statutes run out. Evidence disappears. Witnesses move. Records are destroyed. The cult continues to operate with impunity. And other children remain at risk in this same system. Who here prays for and thinks about the children of Jehovah's Witness right now who are experiencing this? And your healing remains incomplete without acknowledgement. The oxygen, the sunlight, that is what brings healing in these cases. Next slide. Defining success in client advocacy. Success looks like a $35 million jury verdict against Watchtower, multiple confidential settlements, and policy changes forced at the congregation level. Additionally, several public awareness campaigns have been launched. What our clients say, they are behind us, and they do an amazing work. They're the heroes in this whole thing. Next slide. From victim to victor. Before, the struggles of a victim. Victims often feel silenced and shamed, leading to feelings of isolation from their communities. They carry the burden of their experiences alone and feel powerless against institutions that should help them. After the rise of a victor, in contrast, survivors become empowered advocates for change. We've heard from them today, and they have amazing stories that need to be heard. They experience their voice being heard and validated and connect with other survivors and see their burden shared and lightened. Next slide. No risk to you. We do this on a 100% contingency fee. It's one of those classic accident things. You know, we only get paid if we recover for you. There's no upfront legal fees. There's no hourly billing. We advance all the case costs, and you keep the majority of any settlement. Next slide. Reasons behind the Watchtower's tenacity. Why are they fighting so bad? Because, I mean, obviously it's a cult that has blood on its hands. The Watchtower's estimated worth exceeds at least $15 billion. They possess thousands of properties worldwide. They maintain a multi-million-dollar legal defense fund. They can afford to hire the best attorneys. They depend on survivors to give up the fight. They want to wear you out. That's their strategy. They count on you to feel intimidated by their extensive resources. Next slide. We level that playing field. Our resources and track record. We provide a national network of expert witnesses, including former Jehovah's Witness elders who testify, forensic accountants, and child psychology experts. These resources help protect our mission. And we've achieved significant milestones such as recovering compensation for survivors, exposing internal cult documents, and implementing forced policy changes, and engaging in public awareness campaigns. The two-witness rule. Everyone knows the two-witness rule, right? What kind of crap is that? Who abuses a child in front of another person?
No one.
So what we have is a predator's protection system. Watchtower requires 2 witnesses to any abuse before taking action. Sexual predators don't abuse children in front of witnesses. The rule protects abusers, not children. Next slide. Silence by shunning, the ultimate control mechanism. Report abuse, risk losing your family. Disfellowship members are completely shunned. As a Christian, one of the ways that you experience hell is by being disconnected from God. On earth, you're disconnected from your family. And that's what they want you to feel. Parents are told not to speak to their own children. I just was talking with somebody else who's got 4 children who don't talk to, or they're shunned. Complete social isolation and as punishment, and abuse survivors become the outcasts. Breaking through their defenses, recent major victories against the Watchtower, $35 million verdict in Montana, $4 million settlement in California, $13.5 million verdict in Oakland, hundreds of confidential settlements. The wall of silence is cracking. Now, these are long fights. They're dragging them out. They're appealing them. Some of these are getting reversed. Some of these are remanded. But that does not mean we don't fight. What are the other options? Option 1, stay silent. Option 2, try to work through the criminal justice system. Option 3, fight. The legal journey, how justice happens. We offer specialized knowledge through our deep understanding of Jehovah's Witness doctrine and access to internal Watchtower documents. Our network of former elders and expert witnesses ready to testify ensures that you have the best information and support. Survivor-focused approach. Our firm prioritizes a survivor-focused approach with a trauma-informed legal practice. One of the things that I dislike about attorneys the most is how callous they can be. And we work very, very hard in our law firm to be not that way. We provide confidential and compassionate support without judgment about your past, helping you throughout the process. Next slide. The secret database. Over 23,000 alleged abusers. Abusers. How many abused have been abused by those 23,000 abusers? How many times have they moved to another congregation before they're actually disfellowshipped? How many times have I talked to a survivor where the perpetrator repented to Jehovah, was allowed to stay in the organization, but you were the one who enticed them. You were the one who showed yourself off to them. It's your fault. That's crap. Most cases never reported to police. That's the world, right? That's for apostates, right? Database hidden from congregations. Abusers quietly transferred to new areas. Pattern of institutional cover-up. They knew and did nothing. That is the theme. Understanding the statute of limitations. The importance of timely action. The statute of limitations sets a time limit for filing legal claims. Many states have extended filing deadlines, but some windows of opportunity are temporary. When it opens, you have to act, then, there, and now. It's crucial to act quickly. Challenges over time. As time goes on, evidence becomes harder to find. Witnesses may move on and pass away. Don't let your chance for justice slip away. Take action before it's too late. And it's more than money. Legal action is part of healing. Validation for what happened was wrong. Official acknowledgement of your suffering. Accountability for those who failed you. Prevention of future abuse. I'd say often we're going after three things. One, we're going after compensation for survivors. Two, we're looking for justice when justice wasn't often served. And three, we're looking to protect the children of the future. That's what we're here for. We have short lives in this world. But if we can do something where we're fighting for children, I don't know if there's a more proper fight. Justice can be a powerful step in your healing process. Our comprehensive case-building approach through investigative process, detailed interviews with both you and witnesses, subpoena congregation records, access Watchtower's internal documents, expert analysis of organizational policies, and connect with other survivors. We leave no stone unturned. Holding everyone accountable in cases of abuse. Potential defendants. In cases of abuse, several parties may be held accountable, including the individual abuser, the local congregation elders, circuit district overseers, and the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. Legal theories of accountability. Several legal theories can be applied for those being held accountable, such as negligent supervision, institutional liability, conspiracy to conceal, and breach of fiduciary duty. Expert testimony. And we're meeting more and more elders, and so if you want to come forward, we'd love to have your help. Former JW elders who understand the system, child psychology and trauma experts, religious organization specialists, cult dynamics researchers, other survivors willing to testify, your voice amplified by experts. And there's strength in numbers. Sometimes I get asked whether this is a class action. It's not a class action. These are cases handled on an individual basis. Class actions are when Bank of America sends you a $25 coupon. These cases, everybody's damages are different, right? Some people have been damaged and molested for decades. Some have been touched once, but it doesn't matter. They've all been hurt and damaged by this organization. But everybody's damages are different. But we combine the cases for maximum impact. We share the litigation across multiple plaintiffs and create undeniable patterns of abuse. That's the real benefit of fighting together, because there's a pattern, right? The two witness rule, the disfellowship, the shunning, the blaming of girls. It's ugly and despicable. And we force systemic changes in policies. And together, survivors have more power than the organization. breaking the media silence, bringing cases into the light, strategic media campaigns, documentary participation. I know there's documentaries being filmed and thought of, investigative journalism partnerships, social media awareness. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, and public pressure creates accountability. Your privacy is protected. We offer multiple levels of confidentiality, anonymous initial consultations, sealed court filings when possible, pseudonym use in public documents, John Doe, Jane Doe, those types of things, as far as we can get them, and confidential settlement agreements. You have the power to control how your public case becomes. And addressing the global challenges together. Who thinks that this is a global issue with Jehovah's Witness? It's the same in Australia, it's the same in England, it's the same as here. Global problem, global solution. Worldwide network of survivors and advocates. Cases filed in multiple countries, international survivor support networks, cross-border evidence sharing, global policy pressure on Watchtower. You're part of a worldwide movement. And to those of you who are in the Jehovah's Witness, who are watching this to try and get after these survivors, I will come for you too. Modern tools for justice, digital evidence collection, modern investigative techniques focus on various forms of digital evidence, including email communications, digital document analysis, social media evidence. These guys are just killing it. You got so many people who have a heart for this cause, who are putting their time, energy, and money behind it, and they are behind this 100%. Path to resolution, comparing settlement benefits and trial advantages, settlement versus trial. There's advantages there, and everything else. I'm starting to run out of time, so I'm going to start running a little faster. You're not alone. There's a comprehensive support network, trauma-informed therapy referrals, survivor support groups, crisis counseling resources, spiritual counseling, non-Jehovah's Witness, and family reunification services. Healing happens in community. That's why I give you guys so much courage. It's so amazing, the people who are here and the community that you're building. You're doing such a service for others. They see you come forward, and then they will come forward, and then they will have others come forward. So you created a ripple effect that has an exponential result. So thank you for what you do. Pain and suffering compensation, medical and therapy costs, lost wages and earning capacity, obviously punitive damages for the crap that they do. Systemic institutional failure, not just individual bad actors, policies that protect abusers, training that prioritizes organization over children, culture of silence and obedience, and punishment of those who speak out. The system is designed to fail survivors. It attracts the perps and the pedophiles, and they flourish. They go from another congregation to another congregation. Uncovering the truth, powerful discovery process, subpoena internal Watchtower documents, force disclosure policies and procedures, depose organization leaders under oath, and access the secret database. Legal process forces transparency. They can't hide behind religious privilege forever. There's a shifting legal landscape. We're extending the statute of limitations like we talked about, and look back windows for old cases. So what is your first steps? What happens when you call? You get a confidential phone consultation, a case evaluation by an experienced attorney, often me, discussion of your legal options, no pressure, no obligation. One phone call can change everything. Protecting future children. Your case creates change, forces policy changes to protect children, creates precedent for other survivors, removes dangerous individuals from positions of trust, sends a message that abuse won't be tolerated. And your courage protects other children. What to expect during your initial consultation: a safe, confidential environment, an experienced attorney, not a paralegal, as much time as you need, honest assessment of your case, clear explanation of the legal process, and we treat every survivor with dignity and respect. And we do nationwide representation. We are going pro hoc vice where we need to file cases in California, New York, Washington State, Oregon, you name it. Preparing for the journey. I can't say that the legal process can't be re-traumatizing, but we work at your pace. You control the major decisions. You can stop the process at any time, and your well-being comes first and always. I flash a couple of signs to the transformation, healing, empowerment, and action. Breaking your silence, the healing power of truth. Shame belongs to the abuser, not you. Speaking truth validates your experience. Other survivors find courage in your bravery. You reclaim your power and voice, and your silence protects them. Your voice protects others. Those are some of the legal precedents we talked about. Next slide. There's the investigative team. We talked about that. Your healing journey, immediate, short-term, long-term, and ongoing. It's a process. There's some testimonies. I'm just going to go ahead and flash to the last slide. Or when you're ready to contact us, we'll put that up there for you. Right there. That's good. So we're here for you. I heard the voice of the Lord, and he said, whom shall I send and who will go for us? And I said, here am I, send me. And so that's the team that you have working for you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for the honor of representing you. We'll be outside afterward to answer any questions. Thank you and God bless.